If your smoke alarm's ever gone off in the middle of the night, scared you half to death, you're not alone. Most homeowners don't realize their smoke alarms expire, and when they do, they start causing false alarms and random wake ups. Today, I'm going to show you why this happens, how to stop it for good, and a simple way to replace hardwired alarms yourself without calling an electrician. Let's get started. Here's why this happens. If your smoke detector is older than 10 years, that'll do it. As you can see right here, it says right on the package, replace alarm 10 years after installation. This is the number one reason why alarms start malfunctioning and acting up. Back in the day, you always heard change your smoke alarm batteries when the time changes twice a year, but they never told you to check the date on the alarm and throw them away after 10 years, did they? The longer they're up on the ceiling after 10 years, the more likely they're going to act up. You can't just keep changing the batteries forever without them starting to fail. You can find the smoke detector's date on the back of each unit, as you can see here. The second most common reason that these foul up is because when one starts malfunctioning, a lot of people will just change the one they think is malfunctioning. This will cause a lot of problems as well because smoke detectors need to be changed all at one time. For example, if you have one newer one and two older ones, when the older ones start to malfunction, it's going to make the new one malfunction because they're all tied together. Another possible reason for the malfunctions is because the smoke detectors are different brands. All of your smoke detectors need to be the same brand. If you mix different brands together, they won't function correctly and will cause each other to nuisance trip. I'm going to show you how to replace hardwired alarms yourself, but I need to discuss other fundamentals first. Let's talk about how to stop malfunctioning alarms from happening in the future. The obvious answer is to install new units, but there are a few details you need to consider. As I said before, they all need to be changed at one time, so you don't have the issue of one older one malfunctioning and causing all the other ones to malfunction. Now let's talk about which ones to buy. If you go to the store, you might be overwhelmed with all the choices. First of all, there are two types of detectors, smoke detectors and combination carbon monoxide smoke detectors. If you have a home that uses all electric appliances, has a detached garage, you can use exclusively smoke detectors. If you have gas appliances, a fireplace or wood stove, or an attached garage, then you're going to need some carbon monoxide detectors mixed in with your smoke detectors. In that case, carbon monoxide detectors must be installed on each floor of the home and just outside the bedroom doors. For example, if you have a single story house and your bedrooms are relatively close together, the only carbon monoxide detector you would have is just the one outside the bedroom doors, and you're good to go. If you have a two-story home, you're going to have one on each floor near the bedrooms. The other really cool thing about buying detectors now is that they have a 10-year battery, so you don't have to change them out every 6 months anymore. You can install them and not have to worry about the batteries until it's time to change them out completely. Also, these new detectors have an end of life feature, either a chirp or a continuous beep, so you'll know when they need to be thrown out and changed. Now, if you're already replaced all your smoke detectors and you realize you need a carbon monoxide detector in your home too, don't panic. They make a carbon monoxide detector like this one that you can just plug into a standard outlet. You still need to make sure there is one on each floor and close to any bedrooms. Now it's time to get into the fun part. You can replace hardwired alarms yourself without needing an electrician. The first thing you're going to do is check your adapter fitting and make sure it's going to match the pigtail that's in the ceiling that you already have. First Alert smoke detectors have two adapters that come with the unit. Other detector brands you'll need to have adapters purchased separately. Once you've matched those up, you will take down all the existing smoke detectors in the house so we don't mix the old ones with the new ones when we reinstall. Now you can reinstall all the new detectors. I've recently changed out some hardwire detectors for a customer so you can see how simple it is to do it yourself. Okay, so we're going to change this guy. This is another non-wired one, which is why we're changing it. Somebody has taken an old wired one and then shoved it up and put one of these on there, which is a big no-no because they need to be interconnected with the one downstairs. So that's why we're replacing these. This is not correct when you have a hardwired. If you didn't have a hardwired and this wasn't here and you wanted to put one on, you could do this. No problem. But you can't take a hardwired one and just be like, oh, look, it was never hardwired. We're just going to cram this up here. It's like, no, it's got to be interconnected. So I'll show you how that works. First things first, we're going to go on ahead and take the old trim plate off. Remove or rather loosen the two screws. Sometimes they're stuck to the ceiling. You saw it plop it down there. Take the new one from the new smoke detector. Install it in its place. These come with a adapter to go from this particular style to this style, and they match up exactly. These come with numerous of them in the kit. If you're an electrician, this is the one you're going to use. This is kind of what's up there now. It's hardwired in. This is a 2000 series, this is 1996. This is a 2000 series. We're not using this one. It doesn't match up. The configuration isn't correct. But this configuration is on the money. So all you got to do is plug the two into each other. With a nice snug fit like that, it's not coming apart. Take your smoke detector, match up the 2-pin, 1-pin configuration. Snap it together. Twist it in place, and then remove the battery sticker so that it will activate the battery. And if both of these black tabs pop out, then you know you've done that correctly. And now you have a hardwired smoke detector without actually having to rewire the smoke detector. My last important point for you is that your current detectors are hardwired. They must be replaced with hardwired units. Don't remove a hardwired detector and just stick in a battery-powered one over the wiring. Hardwired detectors are all interconnected so that when one goes off in the house, they all go off. Again, it's very important that you replace hardwired detectors with hardwired units. If you want additional detectors in other locations that aren't hardwired currently, you can install battery-only units in any additional locations, no problem. I hope this helps to solve all those annoying smoke detector chirp and beeps and nuisance trips and everything else. Now you have a clear understanding of what you can do yourself to make life more enjoyable with the knowledge of how to fix these in the future. This is Thomas with Classic Electric, and this is a wrap.